Oh my word, what an absolute spectacle of a game we've just seen there between Liverpool and Man City. Two of the biggest teams in this country, two of, if not maybe the best teams in this country right now. I know Liverpool not in the best form, but still, what a phenomenal team and what a phenomenal game. For a 1-0, that was absolutely amazing. I've just sat through the whole 99 minutes or whatever it was, and I've got to say, that was unbelievable. Now, let's talk about it. Like, that was really, really quite something to watch, wasn't it? And both these teams, like a gladiatorial battle, were going at it. What I loved about that as well was when you saw Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola on the sidelines cheering on the crowd, going at it. Both these teams end to end. What a game! What a game! And the main man, Mo Salah, back to his best in front of goal, pinging the ball into the back of the net. And he had quite a few chances in that game, to be honest. It looked clear from Liverpool. They went for that 4-4-2 counter-attacking style, and it obviously came out on top. And if I'm totally honest, they wanted it more than City today. Everybody was up for that. They were winning the second ball 50-50s. They were clattering people, and I just thought, they really want this. They really, really aren't going to go out without a fight. And fair play to them. It was so, so good to watch. So here's the Liverpool lineup that we saw. We had Milner at the back, Robertson on the left. And this is pretty much, it's nearly back to a fully fit Liverpool side. We've got Fabinho back in there, Van Dijk. Milner probably not. We obviously want the other right back in there. But Thiago's there as well, Salah. It's looking like a pretty strong team. And obviously, this isn't how it was set up. It was more of a 4-4-2 with Elliott back here, Jota back here, Salah probably playing off Firmino, more as the advanced player, looking for the knockdowns or passes in from Firmino, and it worked really well. We scroll it down a little bit, and this is how Man City looked, the 4-3-3. De Bruyne was actually really quite high up the pitch, and so was Cancelo. I don't think it worked that well. I can't lie, it didn't seem to have the biggest impact, but what I will say, this for me didn't work either. Bernardo Silva and Foden out on the left. Now, I think Foden had a good game. I thought he actually played really quite well. But in such a hostile game, I think what was lacking was your big man Jack Grealish, who didn't even get any game time whatsoever. And weirdly enough, Alvarez came on for like a little cameo appearance. To be honest, I didn't even know he was on the pitch. It didn't really make sense to me. That game for me needed Grealish to take it by the scruff of the neck. Challenges were flying in left, right and centre. And I feel like if you have Foden over here and you've got Grealish over there, there's going to be more about it. Like, the challenges, they weren't soft, you know. Like, there was a lot coming in, and I feel like Grealish, with his ability to try and take people on, win fouls, he would have had an absolute field day playing against James Milner. Like, you got to think about that. You're looking at this lineup, he's playing against James Milner. He's going to be able to take him on time and time again. But having said that, James Milner and this back four from Liverpool today had such a good game. Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk, so good. I mean, everybody in this team, to be fair, had a really, really good game. The only thing I will say is Darwin Núñez, when he came on, was busy. He was annoying. But ultimately, the guy is so frustrating. Towards the end of the game, Darwin Núñez, he really had this opportunity to make it 2-0, kill the game off. It was a 3-on-1, charging forward, Fabio Carvalho, and I think it might have been Salah on the other side, just waiting, or was it Trent Alexander-Arnold? I can't remember. But charging through, and it was one of those you think, this has got to be it. If you just pass it. Just pass it to the side and it's going to be a goal. It's going to be 2-0. Darwin Núñez, you hero. But no, the guy fluffs it. And he made a few errors in the time that he was on the pitch, which was only like 20 minutes. But do you know what? He is trouble. He is a nuisance. And I do see some potential there. He is a good player. He's obviously big, fast and powerful as well. And I think there's definitely a good player there. It needs a lock-in, because in a game like that where he should have killed it off, don't know, I don't think that's quite good enough. But going forward in the future, I think there's definitely a good player there. Now let's talk about the other side. Haaland didn't really get much of a look in, if I'm honest. And I think this comes down to the lack of Grealish again, and De Bruyne being too high up the pitch. They just couldn't quite get the ball to Haaland. You could see they were trying, there were crosses coming in, but ultimately nothing of like substance for Haaland to feed off. The only chance I can really remember from Haaland was where he picked the ball up on the edge of the box, took a bit of a long touch, and as he sort of like fell over and tried to play it in with his left foot, he didn't quite catch it right, and that really was his best opportunity. But I feel like Pep Guardiola in this game has made a bit of a mistake. I feel like he needed his main man Jack Grealish there, you know, the £100 million man. That guy would have taken that game to a new level, I think. And by the way, I've said it already, what a game. But Jack Grealish there, I feel like that would have been him. And that would have been him playing to his best, taking people on. He had to go against James Milner. Do you know what I mean? 38-year-old James Milner. The guy's a dinosaur. And I fully rate him, by the way. He had a great game. But Jack Grealish there, I feel like he would have done bits. But ultimately, it was a fantastic execution from Liverpool. And one thing that I really want to point out as well is Salah. Now, a lot of people have been saying that Salah's not been in good form, or he's not really been at the races this season. And while I sort of think, yeah, okay, I can see that, I can understand why you come to that conclusion, I do also think he's been playing so wide and he hasn't been near the goal. Now, for someone that bags goals for fun, he scores goals for fun, and he's an exceptional player. He's great at dribbling, he's great at shooting. Exactly what you want from that sort of position, but you need your man like that to be nearer the goal. And the games I've seen Liverpool play this season, he always seems to be out on the touchline. I'm thinking, you don't want this guy here. That's where you want like a Harvey Elliott. Do you know what I mean? Harvey Elliott picks that ball up and he can look for that sort of cross or pass. There, you don't want Salah. You want Salah inside. You want Salah attacking the goal. And I think we saw that today. And he had plenty of chances. One of them resulted in an amazing save from Ederson in the Man City goal. Salah was through and he tries to slip it past Ederson. He gets fingertips on it, pushes it round the post. What an unbelievable save. And at that point, it could have been 1-0. The same sort of thing happened later on in the game. This ball from Alisson, oh my God, he collects it. And it's an absolute ping up the field. Drops it, smashes it. And it's Salah versus Ruben Diaz, I think. And I honestly, at the time, I thought it was handball. But afterwards, when you see the replay, it's honest. What a touch. Like, oh my God. So he basically takes it on the spin, kills off Ruben Diaz, and he's through on the goal. The composure, the class, the finesse. Oh my God, of Mo Salah then, that is exactly what we know of. That's exactly what Liverpool fans want to see. And for me, it was phenomenal. It just shows how good Mo Salah was, because that was a world-class goal. Started from the goalkeeper, assist goes to Alisson, but what a finish from Mo Salah. And I just want to highlight there, that is where you want to see the guy. You want to see him attacking the goal in the middle of the pitch, driving forward. That is where he needs to be, and I feel like we're going to see that more and more as the season progresses. He's the main man, he's going to carry the team for goals, and it's got to be seen more and more. Now that does result in Man City's first loss of the Premier League season, and I would say quite a big one. Now we can see that Liverpool are quite down in the table of the Premier League. Man City are second, 4 points off Arsenal right now, but Liverpool move themselves up to 8th after that win just there on 13 points. It's obviously not the best start, but that win might kickstart their season and you could see them fly up the table. Now, they're only 6 points off Chelsea, and I feel like people sort of, they can take tables like this early into the season sort of out of context. 2 wins is all that is, you know, and we've got plenty of games to go, nearly 30 games to go, just under 30 games to go, and that could easily be a rise of Liverpool now. Like, with that result, which I think is a fantastic result, they played so well, going forward with players coming back from injury, that could really be a kickstart for their season, and we can see them fly up the table. I don't think teams like Brighton and Newcastle are going to substantiate where they are right now. Now, Newcastle are obviously quite a strong team, but I think Brighton are going to slip down, and Liverpool are going to be banging at the door, especially at teams like Man United as well. Maybe not Chelsea, but I don't know. It could be a difficult one there, because Chelsea, they're looking pretty steady at the minute as well. Same with Tottenham, Man City, and Arsenal. Now, this season, you know what? I'm saying this, I'm thinking there are a lot of good teams. Like, you've got Liverpool down here in 8th. Liverpool in 8th. What is going on? Do you know what I mean? It's a really exciting season, and yeah, I'm really intrigued by it. But it's only 2 wins for Liverpool, and they're back in the top 4 race, potentially anyway. And I do think this win here today at Man City has kickstarted their season. That's going to be the one. That's going to be the one for them where they look forward now and they're like, okay, here we are. We're back. We're the big beasts in England, and they're going to take it by the scruff of the neck now. And if they play like they did today, there are plenty more wins where that's coming from. We also had a little cameo appearance from Fabio Carvalho as well. He looks so good, that lad. He looks really technically sound, and he doesn't look out of place in this Liverpool side or at this level of football. The guy was built for this, and it's weird to think that last season he was smashing it for Fulham in the Championship. Now, don't get me wrong, he was playing with some good players, but this is a whole different kettle of fish, and the guy's just come in, and he's like, I belong here, boys. And he looks so good. I think that's a really promising signing for the future. And things looking good for Liverpool. At the start of the season, I did sort of think this could be the season where it doesn't go quite right for them. I think on Matt's channel, my friend Matt SB, link is in the description down below for his channel, I did predictions with him, and I did say I think this might be the season that Liverpool aren't quite as good as what they have been. But looking forward now, I don't know, like it could be on the comeback, especially with youngsters like Fabio Carvalho. Darwin Núñez is obviously quite young as well, and it does look promising. Let's not forget Harvey Elliott. Oh my God, how could we forget that guy? Mate, he's amazing. He's so good. And we sort of forget as well that Harvey Elliott is only like 19 or 20 years old, and he's playing first team for Liverpool. Like, this is amazing stuff, you know, and like, again, another player that doesn't look out of place. He's so good on that right-hand side when he cuts in from a deep position. I think this guy has definitely got a big career ahead of him. But ultimately, what a fantastic game of football we've just watched. It was pure carnage. The atmosphere was electric. You could tell, like, from watching it just on Sky here, that Liverpool fans were mad up for that. And the fortress of Anfield still goes on. It's pretty insane. Fair play to him, and yeah, what a great game. Now, you guys in the comments, let me know what you thought about that game. Do you think I'm maybe a wide of the mark? Like, my biggest thing really is, did Pep Guardiola get that wrong? Did he sort of make the wrong decision? I think Grealish should have been playing. I feel like he would have taken that game by the scruff of the neck. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching now. I'll see you in some more football videos coming very soon. I've been Cookie. See you again. Take care.